Okay, so let's discuss how it went when you implemented the group gyms in your classroom. We discussed using that to help them better understand the questions in IXL for your review.
Well, I noticed with the group jam, at first they were reluctant because they did not enjoy doing IXL. They felt defeated by it. But once we were able to address questions they were missing, because the IXL group jam allows me to see how many students had understanding instantly, and we broke apart the questions, I started to notice that in their independent time, they were able to complete the task in 10 minutes where it had been taking them 15 to 20 minutes to answer. And when they were doing that, I felt like they were guessing.
Okay, so did you use the anchor charts that we discussed before, creating those based on the questions that they were missing during the group jam?
We made the anchor charts as a class after we discovered what was causing students problems in answering the questions.
Okay, and did they seem to do better with the assignment after y'all had went through those?
The anchor charts were something that they found was security that they could just glance up at. And when they worked independently after the jam, their authentic grades were what I was wanting to see. And then the most remarkable thing is the amount of time that it took them to complete the task was down to 10 minutes or less. And that is what I wanted to see, because that shows me that they're understanding the questions.
Right, okay, good. So we decided in our session last time that our goal would be we would use the students' correct answers in the assigned practice that you had. So you said you wanted them to answer 90% correctly or 14 out of 15 questions correctly when doing it independently. This is after the group jam.
And I saw that.
Okay.
Across the board, every student that completed the task was at 90% or better.
Okay, so for your data, you use the IXL question responses that you can go in and see.
Yes, the IXL breaks down the questions that they had trouble with, and they were pretty consistent with getting them correct. If we had taken them apart and made the anchor chart.
Good. Okay, well, as I watched you implement this strategy, you did very well following our checklist that we created in our last meeting. You introduced the group jam for the skill practice. You monitored the student responses in the group jam as you went on. And then, like you said, you created the anchor charts with the students. That way they were taking part of it. And then you monitored their progress before you let them practice independently. That way they were more likely to be successful.
It just helped for them to have a better understanding what the question actually wanted them to do.
Right. That's good. Okay, so do you feel your students have met the goal that you set for them, the 14 out of 15?
Yes, I feel like they've met the goal, and I do think I'll see this on their end of the year diagnostic that they do. I think we'll see a lot of growth between their last one and this one.
Good. Do you plan on continuing to use the group jams with your students, or even next year with your new group of students?
Yes, because I felt like IXL was teacher hands off, and the group jam allows me to do it along with them, instead of looking over one person's shoulder and not being able to help anybody.
Right, because you can see what they see initially.
I think it's a fantastic thing because it allows me to be with them and see what they're being asked.
Okay, good. All right, well, it sounds like it was pretty successful and you plan on using it in the future.
I do.
And if you have any questions, I'm always here. You can come ask, or if you have any other ideas you want to implement, I'm always here for you to bounce those off.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.